How we doing? How are we doing? Uh, right. Are we on Act 4 or 5? I don't know. We didn't start any of them. Hopefully we get through the whole thing, though.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over,
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
and Laurie just,
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. There's someone else in my hour.
I brought
Why does this all keep happening? I clicked to get rid of them. Hey guys, yeah, so much for streaming more than usual, right? Almost been a week. No big deal though, because I'm doing good stuff, so that's good. They get both of these are side quests, so we're going to ignore them for now, question mark. I want to get through the main stuff first, because these are probably going to start connecting to each other like they did last time. Let's see, I think the big deal was... Huh. I'll take that advice and save her till after I've talked to the patients. Dekker lent Mariana money. I think I already talked to her about that, though. I can't remember. Have clues? Loan agreement, toxicology report, crime scene. Right, toxicology. I don't think I read this one. Regional Laboratory Services, Toxicology Honest, J.M. Clausen, Dr. Dekker, Sex Male, Tox, I don't know what that means. That is levels. This code. Blood, alcohol. Why don't those have numbers? Ethanol, positive. Ethanol is synthetic gasoline? Question mark. That what goes into it. So some kind of flammable, I guess. Drugs, amphetamine, benzodiazepines, benzodiazepines, tamoxifen. Is that like a date rape drug? I'll look up what tamoxifen is. Not to be confused with marzipan. Let's see. And for the marzipan. What is this? Oh, that's not good. First thing to come up is save on tamoxifen. It's a sedative. Can treat insomnia, so I guess something to make you sleep. So, I guess you can call that day rape drug, right? Maybe. So someone put him to sleep, I guess. During their hot Valentine's Day date. Loan agreement. £15,000. See, if I recall correctly, British pound. Maybe it's European, United Kingdom money. I don't know. I think it's British. Anyways, I believe it is worth a little more than $1. So, I don't know. This is probably more like $20,000. I don't know. Probably less than that, but more than what it says in American money. So yeah, that's a fucking lot of money. Agreement fee, £1? Oh, arrangement fee. 0 interest. You kidding me? You're just lending her this money? She ain't even sucking your dick, bro. Where the fuck's, was it Scarlet with 2 T's? Something like that? That's the one he was dating. Term, 36 months. It's still a lot of money in a short time. By signing this agreement, the borrower agrees to accept the sum of the loan amount and repay the loan amount in full within the terms stated. The sum of the loan will be transferred by the lender into the hands. So there was intent to repay it somehow, which means Mariana's got some kind of scheme brewing up. Maybe it's because she travels a lot. She's just gonna skip town, not pay him back. It is agreed that the loan shall attract no interest, and in lieu of accruing interest, the lender has agreed to the payment of the arrangement fee, which is due before transfer of the loan amount. The lender also agrees to consider the loan repaid in full should they die or become subject to any power of attorney agreements, as long as this event occurs in the term of the agreement. I mean, do debts like that stay active after someone's death? To a bank, yes, probably. Like an organization, but between 2 people? I don't know. Maybe if you had a family. Dr. Dekker does not. Anyways, here's a pretty solid motive. Killed him to, not pay her debt. Not sure that's it, though. Also, look at her signature. It's so weird. Like, choppy. I wonder if that's, like, real, or if that's an artifact, or if it's intentionally that way. So, seeing that that's there, and I haven't read it, yeah, I probably do need to talk to, Mariana about the loan. Clues? Question history? Do I have to say something before the tab pops up? That might be it. Wow.
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water?
I want to say yes, I have water. Is that like a thing I can actually say? Take some water.
I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having
She got water today. I guess she took some. Like you are having what?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
Did you say Dr. Rowe or Rose? Dr. Rowe?
I know nothing.
Dr. Rowe.
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. The sea, doctor. It's calling me.
The sea is calling you? And it does, like, coincide with her dream. There's, like, a light out in the sea calling to her. Which... I don't really remember the entirety of her dream, but we decided it was symbolic for her whole situation, or if she was the light luring people into her, whatever. Maybe it's a self-confidence thing. If she describes the light as something beautiful, but she also says that she's super self-conscious. Anyways, I don't remember that part, do I? It's fine.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is.
Huh.
It's like a compass.
Yeah, it's called a sense of direction. A compass? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Compass, you know where the sea is.
I know where the sea is. Wherever I am. I'm an Aquarius. Maybe this is a water bearer thing.
Aquarius. Aquaria is a good game. Sadly, I never finished it because it's like really long. But Metroidvania, you play as a fish person and you like sing to solve puzzles and transform yourself into different combat forms. And there's a lot of stuff to collect. And it's just really refreshing to play an underwater game. It's not a platformer. Anyways, you can hear the sea, I guess?
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
I see. The marzipan. Marzipan. Zapam.
Ask me something else.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's in here. Oh, there's no R. Temazepam.
What's temazepam? Why are you asking?
It's a sleeping pill. Right. what was in Dekker's blood?
Don't know.
Hey, I don't want to spell it. Dem, Hazzy, Pam, what? Pam was in Dekker's blood.
No.
Woman, that's like almost what it said. Was in his blood.
I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Well, blackout isn't sleep, it's a blackout. You can wake up exhausted after one because all that happened is your brain shut down, not your body. Or the other way around, maybe. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass, guys. Anyway, she doesn't take them, I guess. It sounds like she wants to take them, but I guess she doesn't take them. So, Dekker lent you money?
He lent me some money to start my business. It's
Oh, right.
a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
It's weird that you'd start a business when you travel around so much. There's no star. Wait, that's the wrong one. Did you ever find any treasure? I think that's how you spell that. He sells seashells. I'm mad that I couldn't say that. The generic tongue twister.
I'm sure you've asked me this before. I sell necklaces made from things I found on the beach.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you found treasure. Right? Pirate gold washes up sometimes, and it's pretty fucking sweet. You signed papers?
Nope.
Woman. Okay, what was the amount? 15,000? Oops. 15,000 pounds?
Mainly rent.
That was rent? I guess you don't need much to be able to sell stuff. Part of why I just keep working a part-time job instead of going to Kickstarter or something. Because I feel guilty knowing that most of that's just me, like, cost of living money. I'm not putting this into making the product, I'm putting it into feeding myself. Which makes it feel more like begging than an official business loan. Your signature, I don't know if that's how you spell that, is strange.
That's not something I know anything about.
Yeah. Why is there no heart above the I in your name? Mariana, you sure you're a woman? What genius? Yeah, that's a good question. Instead of be distraction. You needed a distraction.
Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me 15,000, all in all.
Why did you have so much free time?
That doesn't mean... He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Trawl. Did that have anything to do with trowel? Did she dig?
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think.
Oh yeah, you peed in it, probably.
I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh. Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Nobody has that dream. Yeah, I guess you could call that a siren of sorts. Not the typical mermaid type, but them drawing people in there and drowning them. Anyways, that was probably because I mentioned the beach. I want to say trawl, or I don't even know if that's how she spelt it.
Why are you asking me that?
Because I don't know what the fuck a troll is, Marianne. Treasure. The proper agreement.
That's not something I know. He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Okay, so I spell it right. I thought it was in, like, italics or bold print. It was not, so... focusing on the wrong word. Said she signed things, but maybe, like, what did you sign?
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did.
Yeah, I guess. How do you spell anxiety? Anxiety?
Yeah, I'm anxious about being ill.
Anxious about being ill. anyways, the beach, glowing being, I don't know. Some of them are alive.
I don't know.
They grab you.
I know nothing.
Tell me more about the glowing being.
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
Right, she asked if I had the dream. I wonder if that's a yes or no. No, I don't have that dream. Exactly. No, nobody has that fucking dream, woman.
It's horrific and beautiful at the same time.
Why do you strip down?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay. You just like swimming naked, I got you.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think.
The sea is comforting.
Don't know.
It was in the first sentence she said that I had a question about. Right, recurring. How often do you have this dream? Recurring dream?
I have this recurring dream.
Recurring.
Why are you asking me?
Because I want to know how often you have it, woman. Shit. Recurring is like a once a month thing when you're on your Aunt Flo, or I'm sorry. You think the sea would be cold and harsh? I don't know. She likes the ocean. Why would she be afraid of the sea?
No.
Are you afraid of the sea?
Nope.
Of course not. What else have we got? Has anyone else followed you? Right, that's from last time. I don't know why I would ask about this, aside from the part that she invited him out. But she was talking about how she, like, kisses people in nightclubs and they follow her forever.
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
See, that dream is, like, making more sense now. Because that glowing light is still her, and she's dragging people into the sea, literally. Maybe to get them to stop following her subconsciously. She is a siren. What happens at the beach? What happens to the... This is literally... I could copy and paste it from here if I wanted to.
I said I don't know what happens to them.
You
It's
drown
not
them.
always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
It's not always to follow you home. Okay, what happens to the people who follow... I'm gonna press tab to copy the last sentence.
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
What? I guess I was supposed to ask where she lives. Chantry? Is that... You said Chantry or in Chantry? Sorry, I rang your doorbell saying that she kissed me?
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
I don't have a twin.
I don't know if I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
No, I don't have a twin.
I know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now.
Bitch, you crazy. I want to have Brent and Staples bring the shake a Sprite. Why would I come to your house? Yeah, good question. Why would I be at your house? Did we kiss?
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Wants to leave. Oh no. Is this why she does the home visits? Is this what happened? I want to see one more thing about this.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful...
Hold on. You can breathe water? Now I'll change this to can you breathe water? She just talks about how she can hold her breath for way too long. Make some water. Okay. The floor is made of flesh.
I do nothing. People follow me. I don't ask them to.
What? Okay, well... Maybe that was supposed to be like accusing her of People being the people that followed her, like I already did. Yeah, all I really have to ask her is, why is she thirsty? I noticed that one disappeared, so probably related to grab water, but why do you feel sick? Why are you thirsty? Yeah, okay, well, let's ask about, did Dr. Dekker have a drinking problem?
I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Yeah, those are all highlighting those. I just couldn't see it before. Yeah, that's all I have to ask her, I think. Have you been dancing? Can you stop having fun? Yeah, all these came out of nowhere, but, this one's interesting because in the dream I was supposed to. Kayla insisted that I tell people I have the power to help them. Which, considering how psychokinesis works, that would in fact help them. However, that also might make me go a little crazy, because then I'll start believing I can actually help them. Right, I don't know why I'd ask about Nathan, but why not? I'm just,
No, there's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
I know. I know you don't feel well. It's okay, though. Right, no dancing. Has Nathan spoken to you? Why not?
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
I mean, it might be good for him, but you could also be a dangerous woman and kill him, and that would also make me like a cuck or something. Go out with Nathan. No, don't. Oh, I don't know what the right answer here is. See, I think Nathan needs to move on to fix his problem. Those could help, but again, she's potentially dangerous, and that also makes me a cuck. But, maybe I should be playing wingman to help him with his issue. I'm gonna say no, because of circumstances.
Doctor, I didn't take you for the jealous type. Are you feeling a bit jealous?
Yes, but you're also spooky, so. No. Yes. No. I feel like she's gonna think I'm jealous either way, so I'm gonna say no. I did say it with his health and interest, so I don't think it was out of jealousy.
That answer would have a lot more weight if you stopped coming around my house.
Hey! I'm zombie walking, it's not the same. Hold on. I am sorry.
Ask me something else.
Damn, I thought an apology might get me somewhere. Tell me about your referral letter? I don't know what that means. Person referred her to me, or does this have anything to do with the contract you signed with Dekker?
It's a referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
I don't know what you mean. Am I maybe asking her about it because how all the people were pointed at me specifically? All these people with psychokinesis? Maybe there's supposed to be something weird on it. I don't know. Right. Just... I have the power!
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you.
It's the point.
It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
It's called the vitamin D. I do have superpowers.
Why are you asking me that? You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
Why don't you believe me?
No.
I can help you, though.
That's not something I know.
Do you believe in superpowers?
Nope.
I do have a superpower.
Wow. Are you trying to scare me? I'm not sure that's a good idea, Doctor.
Huh? That's not the wonderful heroic response I was hoping to get from her. Alright, well, let's talk to Nathan. What's up, Nathan, you little bitch? You left Mariana out?
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Trying to cuck me, bro?
Nope.
Depends how I spell her name.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
That's her siren curse, bruh. The police are after her?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Not the same girl. She like being followed across states, maybe? Or is Britain? Provinces? Provinces are more like what we call counties in the United States, because each state is the size of a country.
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
I'm saying! She's a Black Widow, bro.
I don't know anything about that.
They're looking for a red Head.
Sorry. Read the papers, Doctor.
Oh, and you don't read the papers?
Sometimes I wonder where you're going with some of these questions.
Do you have the newspaper?
I can't tell you anything about that.
Dead bodies?
Haven't got a clue.
Why do you think Mariana is the redhead? Oh, a bitch.
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
Oh, am I spacing out redhead?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a broken record. I'm definitely a broken something.
Broken man. Where do you work? I don't think I actually know the answer to this one. I mean, he plays WoW, and he has Groundhog Day. He didn't tell me about his job.
Work with me, Doctor. Ask me something I know.
You know where you work. What else do people at work say?
Sorry.
Work.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder where you're... Haven't got a clue.
Maybe she's using her siren powers to lure away the police, and that's why she hasn't been captured. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this, so, let me ask you to Dekker. I'm looking at the toxicology report. Sure.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Truck driver? What? Yeah.
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too, but he died in his garage.
What happens when you mix sleeping pills with alcohol? I think it just like strengthens the effect or something. Like it weakens your system so it works that much harder on you. Anyways, literally every drug bottle ever says don't mix with anything else. Yeah, I don't know. How did the truck driver die? He died in his garage.
I read it in the paper.
You said you don't read the papers.
Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Hose pipe? Like, for his car muffler? That's what you'd think happens in a garage, but maybe he drowned? How's that happen?
I can't tell you anything about it.
You don't read the paper, though.
I don't know anything about it.
Bruh.
I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
I see. Well, first off, hose pipe is one word.
Nope.
Alright, is his daughter okay?
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Oh. He wrote a letter?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault, but the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
Maybe. I wanna guess you're to blame. No, you're not to blame. Killing himself in response to him accidentally killing someone else is like running away from the problem, right? He's been living so long since her death, and he didn't give a shit before he wrote the letter, so like, I want to say, no, you're not to blame, because he made the conscious choice to do it after that, even though he might have pushed him, or, I don't know. He's a coward. No, it's not your fault.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
Molly. Hold on. Holy moly.
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
Right, we're not going to talk about that.
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. I wrote him a letter.
Hold on. Is his wife okay?
Work with me, Doctor.
Yeah, he had a wife. I don't know.
I don't know anything.
Wife.
Sorry.
Where was his wife?
I don't know.
So the daughter died, dogged. Bruh, I don't even know. got two loose ends.
Sometimes I wonder where.
Yeah. You'll notice when I'm running out of ideas, I just start to type out the whole sentence and hope that it triggers a word. It works half the time. Right, did Dekker have a drinking problemo?
Break it down for me.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I'll.
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
Probably. Where do you get that from?
What are you trying to...
Oh shit.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's kind of fucked up of you to ask, honestly. I'm trying to do both, but like, which is more important? I know who killed him, or help out the people. You know what? I'm invested. I wanna try and help them. Okay. Hopefully, I'll find whoever killed them, or maybe if I help them with their issue, they'll turn themselves in. But like, he's dead. You're not.
It's been nice chatting with you, don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor.
Because you don't want to tell me about your
You already know
problem.
Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him. It's been nice chatting with you, don't get me wrong.
Ain't your
But
last
I can't help but
sentence.
feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
Sorry, he thought one of them was trying to kill him?
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
Messages?
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
I think he was bluffing.
I don't think he knew who was behind the death threats, or he'd have stopped it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or maybe he was trying to stop it in the sensible way without getting the cops involved because he doesn't really have evidence. And how many death threats do you send out when you're playing your League of Legends or whatever the fuck the kids are into? I would have said Overwatch, but that's not really the all-inclusive game anymore, is it? Nor is Apex Legends. I don't know what the big thing is right now. It couldn't possibly still be Fortnite, right? I know it's a popular thing to watch, but to play? I don't know. Right. I'm gonna have to say something like this to everyone. I'm not sure Elin wants me to stop. She's just here to talk. Your referral letter.
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
I don't know what's going on with these referral questions, guys. I can't help you.
Please do. I wish I could believe you.
Why does no one believe me?
I can't tell you anything about that. Nope.
Okay, well, that's all I got for him, I guess. Elin. See, it's gonna pop up at the end that I can stop her changing, but again, I don't think she wants that. So, I don't know. I'm still gonna say it just to hopefully get a green light on her, but what up?
Hilda died last night. On her own, heartbroken because she couldn't see her daughter. I feel terrible. I should never have listened to you.
Hey. She died how she was meant to die.
Let me think. No.
Damn it. Hilda died.
One of the other nurses found her. She went without anyone even noticing. I wasn't there. I phoned in sick. I knew that if I went into work, I'd want to shift.
Phoned in sick.
Doctor, I'm not sure I should be answering questions like that.
Why? You would want to shift. Why shouldn't you have listened to me? You have access to... Right, these are all the normal questions. Yeah, why shouldn't you have listened to me?
In our last session, you said that shifting was wrong, that I shouldn't shift for Hilda, that I should let her die without seeing her daughter.
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot. I have this amazing gift and I didn't use it.
It's not normal. Her daughter didn't want to see her, so she dies without seeing her daughter. Come on, it's simple math. I don't know, you want to use your gift? That's not gonna help me.
What's the point of me having this amazing gift if I'm not going to use it? I've helped people with it. I know I have.
You've
I
lied to
don't know
people.
why I let you tell me otherwise. At least I still have Amelia.
Amelia?
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
You said doll, right? Not dog. They aren't hygienic.
I'm not really helping, am I?
did she give you, Amelia?
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale.
Well, that's fair, I guess. And I look pale?
I don't really know anything about that.
Right,
One of the other nurses found her. She went without anyone even...
why don't you go to work?
Sorry.
Now, which nurse found her?
I don't know anything about that. One of the other nurses found her. She went without anyone even noticing. I wasn't there. I phoned in sick. I knew that if I went into work, I'd want to shift.
Why did you fake being sick?
Do you think I'm a good person, Doctor?
Was that a real question? Let's try you. Yes, you are a good person. I'm pretty sure that was like a no-no, but...
I hope so. I'm trying to be. I really am.
Okay, well, that helps. I know she's trying.
Hilda died last night. On her own, heartbroken because she couldn't see her daughter. I feel terrible. I should never have listened to you.
Hold on. Was she heartbroken?
I just know that's how she'd have been feeling.
No, it's how you assume it that she was feeling. Why was Hilda alone? How did no one notice?
Sorry, can't help you.
Anyway, she's guilt tripping herself. Alright, she didn't feel heartbroken. Maybe she did, but she doesn't know that.
I don't have anything else to say about that.
Her daughter never came?
Doctor, I'm not sure I should be answering questions like that.
Okay, well. How do you know she was alone?
Sorry.
Damn. Alright, well, that's enough of that. That's about Dr. Dekker. The pills, the alcohol,
I don't know if he was an alcoholic or anything, but Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink. He was drinking the day he died. Well, we both were, actually. It must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Hold on. Hey, I know she just asked me a thing, but like, back to Nathan. Why do you think he was an alcoholic?
Haven't got a clue.
Okay, whatever. This is, he just like sidewinded me. Hey, do you care about me? Hey, I'm just trying to do my job, guy. I'm a cop. Do I find it stressful? Yes, a little.
I can tell just by looking at you. This job has really taken its toll on you.
Why are we both drinking? I wanted to ask that. This bitch just got a fucking Maroon 5 song stuck in my head. I don't even necessarily like the band. Why'd I put what? Why were you both drinking?
I can't remember exactly, but something in that session had shaken me up, so Dr. Dekker poured me a drink to calm my nerves. I didn't really have much. I'm not much of a drinker.
I don't feel like that's proper practice, but then again, I don't know the rules about therapy. So, party on, Wayne. Anyways, sleeping pills. Do you have access to them? So far, we are, Nathan had access to them. He said Dekker prescribed them to him. I wonder if it's the same skull pill that he had.
Obviously, I'm a nurse. I can get access to sleeping tablets pretty easily, but it's not really that hard. It's probably the same for Jaya. She works for a doctor.
Agreed. Jaya is starting to be a little suspicious. Then again, that was a dream, and I can't really take any of that as evidence. I hope not, anyways. Have my character checked his teeth? See what she did with those sexy pliers. Jaya, yeah, tell me about Jaya.
Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
She's a dom, bro. Hold on. You don't think this place is nice?
I don't know anything about that.
What's wrong with my office? I'm insulted.
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Yeah, Bryce is a little creepy, but... Alright, gonna have a list of tell me about him, right? Oh, yeah. Claire? Really? I'm just gonna ask the first part. Who gives you the creeps?
Let me think. No. Sorry. No.
What?
She's the slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
I don't know why it went back to that screen. I want to say it's a steak knife, right? But there's no star. Do you think you are weird?
I don't really know anything about that. I just mean, get all these weird people coming here.
Okay, names. Tell me about Nathan.
I don't know who Nathan is.
Tell me about Mariana.
I don't think I know her.
Tell me about Elin. That's you.
I'm not really helping, am I?
Tell me about Bryce. Probably gonna say he's creepy too, right?
Bryce. I'm not sure who that is.
Said you met a couple of them. That's all my patients. Try Scarlet. Wait, that's Scarlet with 2 T's. She just like moved up her order of importance. She did come to Dekker while he was still alive, so she might know Scarlet.
I don't have anything else to say about that.
Right. Right, I got rid of the star there, so I guess we're good. What else was there? Do you still think about him? I don't know, why not?
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Yeah. Was he a good therapist?
Sorry,
I don't know. He was a lousy son.
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough, maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
See, that's what I'm saying. You let him off the hook. So you know that there was a reason to not shift.
I don't have anything.
Yeah. I can stop you shifting. Dekker, no, you can shift. Did you ever try shifting for Dr. Dekker? That was Terry. Oh yeah, Terry.
I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
Wait, didn't you say all of them had referrals? Why are all of them so freaking cautious about it? Does it have personal information they don't want me to know about?
Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
As he should. He didn't like his mom. You're his patient, though. Plus, it's fucking cool. Look, if you could be the sexy blue chick from the X-Men, we're all over it. I don't know her name. Feel bad about that. What kind of nerd doesn't know sexy blue chick's name? Why do you think he didn't care about his mom? I mean, we know he didn't. They didn't have a good relationship. He's a bitch. I don't know.
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
I'll have to ask her about it. You ever shift for him?
Yes, once.
Did it work?
I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand. I told him to think of a loved one. And then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
Because he doesn't have any loved ones, or did he try to force her to transform into something not human?
Doctor, I'm not sure I should be answering questions.
Why wouldn't you be able to come back?
Sorry. Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
So, did the shift work then?
I don't know anything about that.
Why could you not shift for me?
I'm not really helping, am I?
Huh.
Let me think.
I don't know, guys. I do not know. It sounds like it worked, but she couldn't see herself. Which for us, the screen kind of got garbled, and then she didn't shift. Dekker not have a loved one? No. I don't know. How's Terry?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
Why has Terry not been to work? What would be wrong with her? What? That's a fucked up question.
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
What?
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
Okay, right. They don't get along. Sure. I don't know where to go with that. Right, I can stop your power.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset. I don't really know anything about that.
Makes you upset?
I'm not really helping, am I? You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset. I don't really know anything about that.
Angry.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor?
Why do you think I don't mean it?
Doctor, I'm not sure I should...
Do you want to keep shifting?
I don't have anything else to say about that.
I have superpowers.
I don't know anything about that.
Woman. Causes upset.
The whole thing with Hilda has just made me realise how important shifting is. Even if I sometimes have bad experiences or I get it wrong, I need to keep doing it. Let me think.
You had bad experiences?
I become what people want to see. But some people, they're not right in the head. They make me turn into horrible things. That's why I won't shift for anyone with mental problems anymore.
What did it make you shift into?
Sorry.
Horrible things?
Sorry.
Mental problems?
One guy, a patient, he used to have night terrors. An 80-year-old man screaming and kicking in his sleep. When I shifted for him, I don't know who I became, but as soon as he saw me, he was terrified. And when I looked down, I didn't have any legs, just bits of them.
Excuse me? Look, guys. I ain't a little bitch, alright? I don't want to be the guy who says he's afraid of the dark, but I see things in the dark. I'd like to believe it's my imagination, but I have a bit of a history of seeing weird stuff. Which is really shitty considering that I'm, like, an atheist, you know? Like, I don't want to believe in the supernatural, but there have to be other explanations. Anyways, I do often see a legless figure in the darkness. Not that that has anything to do with the night terrors, but similar creature. I wonder if there was like a commonality between the two. Like how people who have sleep paralysis see the shadow people often. Maybe there's a reason for it. I have sleep paralysis too, by the way. Talked about that in another playthrough. Back when our pal was still around. Don't know what happened to him, but I also don't want to be the guy who shit talks a viewer who disappeared. Not that that's would be the intention. I just feel like I forced him away because I didn't know how to handle the situation, let's say. I wasn't even mean. Clear. I actually didn't say anything to him, in fact. Point is, he's not around anymore, and I'm not sure what happened. Actually, maybe I do have an idea what happened, and I'm not okay with it, considering that he's not my Discord friend anymore either. It's happened before. He deleted all of his accounts, and then, yeah, he was like depressed. So, with the possibility that happened again, I'd hope he's okay. Anyways, that's enough about that, because I don't know what to say about that. Let's talk to Claire.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
You'd like to do something?
I don't know.
I spelled something wrong, I know it. What's the problem with the girl? Hold on. Oh.
I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor?
I don't know, how about you fucking bury David, okay? He's a rotting corpse of a man. Why is there no lake house today? Do I need to re-listen to her first sentence?
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
Okay. So, no lake house, that is very weird.
David hasn't been well. Otherwise, I'd taken you. Shall I bring him to you next time?
Oh, that's what she meant. Yes, please bring David. I told her that I wanted to meet David.
You seem muddled, Doctor. You're asking me too many... Next time, then. Although it will have to be just you here, and late at night. I can't have anyone else see him.
Well, that sounds dangerous. Tell me about the girl. What did David do to the girl?
You sound confused.
Because I said, yeah, I used the keyword David, right? Tell me about the girl. What happened to the girl?
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor! Oh,
God
sorry,
damn it, bitch.
but I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Gonna take off my headphones so I don't have to hear that sound. But I wonder if that will like happen again.
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Okay. Says he's weird and creepy. What's the issue? Is he weird? What's he been doing? I mean, he's hunting, right?
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
Don't smile, you killed him.
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
Noshika? There's something strange about these solicitors' names. Hackett Brown, chart token and law. That around. What? This must be talking about the referral letters.
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the
Anushka. That come from? Very good question. Was it domestic? I hope not.
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing. And
Oh.
she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
David has to die. Right? That's what I asked. Why did you name her? Was it her cat? Why are you worried?
No, sorry.
Are you worried? Yeah, that's what I asked.
I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him.
Sure, but what if it was you? Or maybe you are trying to practice your necromancy some more. You might be using David as a cover-up. Nah, I'm sure it's David. He is a caveman. Why can't you stop him? Why don't you stop him?
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that...
What are you starting to think?
That I need to put David out of his misery.
Yeah, you do.
That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor?
It's wrong.
Should I kill David?
You only brought him back to fucking make yourself seem innocent. Back to the matter is you killed him, and he's still fucking dead. He's just a zombie. So, yes, kill him.
I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
As are you. He is a danger to himself.
Are you even listening to me?
How is he dangerous to himself?
Sorry, that doesn't mean anything to... I don't know anything about that. I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
I wonder if that means I'm not going to get to meet David. And I wanted to
I love him so much.
see how you spell himself.
But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself. Sorry, I don't know about that.
Guys, I don't know.
I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor? I don't have an answer for you. That's not relevant.
Right, I don't know. Give her a suggestion. Fishing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, hunting.
I don't know.
Jesus. Okay, well. Marzipan. Right.
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
Sorry, I mean, I have to. It has to be it, but it's not working.
Sorry, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Maybe it means that he's gonna get himself in trouble by killing people's fucking cats. Right? Sure. Let's go with that. Photo, I don't know what this is about.
Oh yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
Photo of David? Why is the, depth of field so heavy on this? I feel like there's supposed to be something off about this. Like, what's this shadow in the right side of it? It looks like a person, but also, it looks like there's a person behind him, too. That's clearly an arm and, like, a hip, right? No? Okay, well... I should have those referral letters, see if one of them's related to her. Also, I already tried to ask this, but I spelled it wrong, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, well, evidence. Hackett and Brown. George, London. Dr. Dekker, for a client clinic evaluation, Claire Castleford. She is being charged with the murder of her husband, and we require your diagnosis of whether she was sound of mind and had a mens rea required for the crime. I don't know what mens rea is. It's a fancy word. Probably Latin. Miss Hackett Brown, solicitors Hackett and Brown. What is Hackett and Brown?
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Chart Token and Baugh? Rolling's house. Dear Doctor, I believe our client has only given us her first name, Mariana. Huh. True. She hasn't given me her last name. Is mentally unstable and would like you to your expert opinion on the matter. We are happy to cover all costs and look forward to receiving your report forthwith. Okay, so her therapy is paid for. Chart Token and Baugh. I know it's already like green, but
I don't know.
yeah, of course not. And the last one, at Around Deck, Heatherly Place from York. For the attention of Dr. Dekker, I'm referring yet another client today for further psychiatric evaluation. It is my hope that you concur with my suspicions and are able to find him insane under a guideline set within the McNaughton rules. So one, I don't know what McNaughton rules are, but also, who's this patient? I don't know what the pattern is, other than that they all need more psychiatric evaluation. I want to look up what these McNaughton rules are, though, real quick. It might be interesting. Let's see. Mick. Oh. John McNaughton, American painter. I wonder if that's where it comes from. The McNaughton rules. There's a presumption that the defendant is sane and that they are responsible for their criminal acts. At the time of the crime, the defendant must have been suffering from a disease of the mind. If the defendant knows the nature of the crime, do they know what they did was wrong? These are what they use to determine whether or not someone's sane in court when you try to plead insanity. Every man's views. I went to a different article, by the way. Every man is presumed to be sane and establish defense underground insanity. It must be clearly proved that at the time of the commitment act, the party accused was laboring under such a defect of reason from disease of mind, not to know the nature and quality of the act he was doing, or if he did know it, that he did not know he was doing was wrong. Right, that was pretty boring, I guess. It's just whether or not someone is aware that they did a bad thing, I guess, which I don't know. After the fact, yes, but at the moment, how do you know? It sounds like it's so easy to lie about. Anyways,
You amuse me, Doctor. Here we are in our 4th session, and you're telling me to commit murder? It took Dr. Dekker a lot longer than that.
okay, well, I'm glad I got rid of the star, but like, what? Was she toying with me? Did she not actually plan on doing it?
I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor? That's not relevant. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I tried. So drinking problems? Yeah.
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one.
Wait a minute. So the thing is, all these people have been accused of some kind of crime, and they need my evaluation so they can get arrested or whatever. Court. I think. They didn't mention that about Mariana, but based on what Nathan said, she is a suspect. So, yeah. Also, these names, they, well, this one maybe not, but these are typically names of, like, law firms. Hackett and Brown, Chart Token and Ball. They're like attorneys. This one's like one person, which isn't super common. I don't know why that is, but what does LLB mean? LLB Hans? Let's find out, see if it's a law firm. LLB is abbreviation for Bachelor of Laws. Okay, well, I figured it out, guys. All these people are potentially guilty of something. They have ongoing cases. Do I have anything else to ask Claire? Right, Bryce and Iris. Iris is the woman her husband was cheating with. And Bryce is Bryce, of course, who helped smuggle the body out.
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie.
No,
You
it
didn't
was
make all
real.
that up, so I talked to Iris again, did you?
See. Yeah, that is important. No, I didn't make up the story.
Then Mr. Bryce seems to have a few more issues than me. Perhaps you should ask him about that.
I will. Did Dekker offer any theories?
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
I guess he is a pet to an extent. Yeah. I guess that's why I wanted to ask. I was going to ask, did you think of him as a pet? But that probably would have triggered this.
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
It sounds like it's your fault then, because you probably taught him how to kill things, right? Did you skin a girl's cat and then he skinned another cat? Maybe. On, the treats worked?
Sorry, I don't know about that.
What did you train him to do?
David doesn't listen to me. I can't say something and he does it. And besides, how would I show him not to kill a little girl? Slap him on the nose?
Yeah, you give him the spray
It's too late
bottle.
for David.
Right, what about these specific conditions?
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't. But curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
He is a pet. Maybe she didn't put David's soul back in the body. You know, maybe it's in animals.
I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, of course you don't. Yes, I can help you.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
Facts. Well, I guess that's all I got for you. I don't know what you should do to distract yourself. Try knitting.
I don't know.
don't want to suggest this, but you tried seeing other people.
I don't know what you're talking about, Doctor. I don't want anybody else. I reanimated my cheating husband so we could be together. Isn't that a big enough sign?
Well, he didn't want to be together with you, so I think you got a free pass. Anyways, that was my idea for distracting her. Can you get someone to take care of David for you? Like a babysitter? No?
Are you even listening to me?
Okay, well, that's all I got for early on time. Yeah, we'll be able to get through this for sure. Bryce, hello.
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
Okay, that's questions. How do you know he is military?
My pursuer, he's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
One, what do you mean you can just leave?
Your questions seem to be getting more...
Hold on, just leave?
No.
No, I don't want. I think he means that he put an end to the hour himself, but like, why do you think he is after you?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I want to ask about his new skill too, but...
I have nothing to tell you about that. My pursuer, he's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know. Sorry, no. I don't know.
Alright, well, how did you escape?
No, sorry.
He underestimated you?
Ask me something else.
Bryce, throw me a bone here. Alright, tell me about your new skill. It might be related to how he left.
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined, well, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I'd teleported.
I'm sorry, you can teleport now?
That's confusing. I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Igneous layer? Igneous layer?
No, don't.
What the fuck did he just say? Anyways, what if his teleportation was actually the same thing as his extra hour? To be able to teleport is to be able to change your position at any given time. So, if you're able to move without time as a reference, then time is completely out of the equation and you can still move whenever you want. So that could be seen as a form of infinite time, because by the law of teleportation you can be anywhere at any second, including being multiple places at once. If that makes any sense.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Igneous layer.
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
That's what he meant. I'll ask him to teleport later, but we talked to Jessica.
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her.
Hope get rid of the
Do you think
photos.
I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
Okay, normally I'm like an honesty is the best policy kind of guy, but you know, she has no idea, so as long as he gets rid of the photos, it might be okay. She's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And probably call the police. Which, I guess she should, but... God, I don't know. Should he tell her? Maybe if he tells her and, Maybe it'll make him not want to have his ability anymore, and that'll help him. However, she also just might think that he's weird, in which case, at least he spoke to her finally, right? Or, considering how creepy he is, she might think that he is actually creepy. And look, I don't think this is gonna end well for him, but I guess it's the right thing to do, and it might also help get rid of his ability. So I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, you're right. I should tell her what I've done. Or at least let her have the photos.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
destroy
think
them.
she's going to be very pleased. But I should be honest.
You look like a dank shot, though. She's like, oh shit, I'm uploading this to my Facebook right now, bruh. Sleeping pills, how's work? Let's keep focusing on him for now. How's work?
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore. No. No. Sorry. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I know. What have you been doing in the midnight hour? Good question, but
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
right, he's not using it to catch up on work anymore, so what has he been up to?
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Why did you steal a painting?
I don't understand.
Come on. What else have you stolen? Yeah, okay, sure. Not what I asked, but close enough. Why am I even typing it? Just click it.
It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor? If I really like them?
No. You're supposed to buy them. Or just look at them. You stole those nudes. And it's not okay. No, it's not okay to steal, right?
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything. No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
Maybe. It sounded like Dekker had the ability to control whether or not he had powers. Because he knew how the system works, so he believed a thing and he made himself get an ability. So then he believed a thing and gave himself an ability. Maybe he is becoming Dekker. Anyways. What did you like about the painting?
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that stuck at 3:15.
What?
My grandfather died in World War II. He was a lorry driver. I don't really know much about him. Brave, though, you'd imagine.
Is a lorry a jeep? Or some kind of tank? I want to look that up too. Sorry, I'm not British, guys. Lorient. Damn it. There's like a museum in a place called Lorient. That's what came up. World War II lorry. Yeah, it is. Like the transport truck, like a, a tractor with like a canopy over top. People will sit in the back like a bus. Basically a dump truck with seats. The clock is stuck. A big web.
No.
Spider.
The spider from the painting. I'd like to think it was me. Like, I was lying in wait and spinning some elaborate trap in my midnight hour. It's more likely that I'm just the fly.
Interesting. What if this other man is the one who actually has the power and he's just targeting him?
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Pendulum?
I have nothing to tell you about.
Quarter past 3.
Your questions seem to be getting more and... Sorry.
I don't know.
There's no fly in the painting. I think that's what I like about it. The spider has been so intent on spinning its web that it hasn't noticed there'll be nothing to eat.
What? I feel like that's related to the spider comment, but there wasn't a star next to it. However, that did clear up everything, so... Cool.
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence.
Right, Providence. We met a girl from there before, right? What was her name? Jasmine? Something like that?
Providence is the name of the local gallery here. Always lots of new art and artists, if you only visit once a year. Like I do, anyway. My pursuer. He's measured in his approach. What? No. Ask me something else.
Why did he approach you?
No. My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to...
Why did he come for you?
I don't know.
You weren't ready for him?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, well, I don't know how to answer that one. I have to tell him whether or not I want him to teleport. That's what those are for.
I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
Everybody says that. They never see him drink, except for, Claire, was it? Or Elin? I think it was Elin. Offered her a drink. Anyways. Sleeping
My other
pills.
doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them.
He's prescribed it too, so it's likely that Dekker's like abusing his own stash of pills. Trying to chillax with some temazepam and alcohol. Why do you think the pursuer was coming after? That's what I asked. I asked that in like 3 different ways.
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
It's death in the military? Nah. I don't think it's death, but that's a cool thing you said.
It's just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
Why haven't you talked to him yet? You know, Def's gonna be a cool guy. He's Jamaican. Why don't you fucking load up a bowl of Def, bro? Oh yeah, you know.
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
That's what I'm saying, that freaking depth of field is crazy on it. What was her name? Iris?
How extraordinary. So the girl in the basement was somebody that Claire knows, and she's adamant that I didn't rescue her. I really wish I'd taken photos now.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't have to be dirty photos, just like, bring proof, bro.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
Alright, so I know who referred Claire. Elin and Bryce referred themselves. Nathan didn't talk about his, which makes him suspicious. Mariana's name is on one, so I think the nameless referral might belong to Nathan. Yeah, it's a male too, so I've talked to both my male patients, so that one's definitely Nathan. He didn't want to talk about it, probably because he's got a case on his ass. So, if I, need to get that name, at around Beck.
Work with me, Doctor. Ask me something I know.
And now you spell that. Right, well, he doesn't want to talk about it. Back to Bryce.
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
I have real power.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, well, I don't have anything else to say to him, I don't think, so yeah, I want you to teleport. Even though that's encouraging him to use his powers, I want him to prove that he can fucking do it.
Blink, and you'll miss it. Will you?
We went up 2 insanity ranks in this episode, if you didn't notice by the achievements. Why did he come back misshapen? What the... Okay, well... I'm sorry, that was funny. That's all I have for him, I think.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was...
Why did you believe you could teleport? You made up a new ability?
No. Sorry.
You gave yourself a new power.
Sorry.
Dekker was right.
I have nothing... I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might...
What mistakes might you make?
I don't intend to imagine things at all. I only did it this time to avoid being killed. That pursuer is definitely onto me. I say he, but I couldn't see his face. It just had the build and size of a man. It felt like it was sucking the oxygen out of the air in front of me.
What if it's Dekker?
I found it difficult breathing the closer he got to me. I suppose that's just fight or flight, an anxiety response.
You have anxiety?
Yes, I'm anxious. I think someone is trying to kill me.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to be anxious about it, dude. Alright, well, we got 2 greens today. That's good. That's great, even. Okay, Jaya. Liking the one-piece dress thing. Looks cozy. Someone told me to say something to Jaya. I think it was about Dekker's mother. Also, if I remember correctly, she doesn't want counseling today because she's like busy or something, so I don't know. Hello.
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
Yeah, why is work giving you grief?
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Jump cuts? Why did Dekker not want to be in the videos?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
What? How is reality changeable? Yeah. Dekker wanted to be removed.
I have no idea.
Oh, my bad.
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent? Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
Tell you what, you earned a raise.
Wow, I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
You're the one in charge of giving yourself a raise? Well, okay. Right, how is reality changeable?
It must be frustrating, always asking and getting nowhere. Are you frustrated, Doctor?
I am frustrated.
I don't know, Doctor. Do you?
I am frustrated.
I don't know.
I don't know how to spell frustrated, bruh. Yes. Well, I thought that there wasn't an E, but there is an E, okay? I spell changeable.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind?
Mm-hmm.
Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Psychonauts.
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
Right, that just the idea of using another ability to negate it reminded me of the scene in Dinner for Schmucks, where the guy comes in and he thinks that he can mind control people. So then the guy who realized that he was one of these idiots brought this dinner to be made fun of. He's like, yeah, well, you know what? I have brain control. It's like mind controller, but cooler. And they, like, have a psychokinetic battle. And, obviously, the guy who knows what's going on wins. And, yeah, he just makes the other guy feel bad about himself. I imagine doing something like that could make him not believe in his power anymore. I can't say I remember the outcome of it, whether or not he did make him believe that he didn't have it or not. Dinner for Schmucks is a cute movie, though. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's kind of more of a drama. I like Steve Carell. What specific example? Sure.
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
Mm-hmm. Does it really pose any danger to therapists? Sure.
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favourite was the grandfather paradox.
Right, I feel like this is something that we all know, but I think it's like the time travel one. You know, you go back, become your own grandfather. That's a paradox. It's not. It's just like a loop of history, but I don't know. She's gonna re-explain it.
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
So, to like undo that paradox, let's say everything that happened beforehand when you were born happened, and then when you go back in time, it's like prepared to override the past, but in the event that you create a paradox, it just copy and paste everything from before, slaps it onto where you went back in time, and yeah, the world just exists, but at some point you did go back and kill your grandfather, and in this new timeline that you created, you weren't born, but you're also still alive because you came from a separate timeline. I don't know if that makes sense. You created another timeline. That's what paradox is, I guess. Time travel never makes sense, guys. It never makes sense. Stuff Steins Gate's very good, though. Watch that. Especially if you're on the fence about anime. Think that everything's weird, because the show takes place in Akihabara, which is like the hub of the weird culture that you see get made fun of. So I think it's like a good place to step your toes in, understand that it's like only a small group of people who are weird like that. Aside from it just being a great time travel story that mostly makes sense. Anyways, that was a tangent. Let's talk about the sleeping pills and alcohol. What is ethanol? This is the first time we get to mention it. I said I think it was in gasoline, but I guess alcohol is flammable too, isn't it?
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
Did you say the odd temple? What? Odd tipple.
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
They said Dekker kept a bottle in his desk drawer. Could someone have spiked it? Where did that come from? Why? Oh, with the sleeping pills.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
You woeful? Did he forge his signature?
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
I did to make sure you couldn't.
He just wanted to feel safe, I guess. Once you get a prescription pad, it's your fault if it falls into the wrong hands. I suppose it does sound a bit overcautious, doesn't it? Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
His drinking problem got better. Tipple,
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
fingerprints. Yes, test for fingerprints. No, don't test. Yes, test. Why not?
I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
Alright. Did he have psychokinetic abilities? We know he made that fire appear in his hand. I don't know if that makes him a pyromancer, though. He also spiked through his hand, so yeah, he definitely had him.
Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent.
How old do you know Olderby? That she's he was her professor at one point, so...
I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
What book you've been reading? The Cult Kinetic Mind, right?
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. Yeah. I should start selling them myself.
You just dust your glasses? That probably made them dustier. About his mom, right? I mentioned that when I started talking to her. I didn't ask her, but I mentioned I had to ask her.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Oh. Well, that explains everything, right? You just want money. See, cancer treatment.
I don't know about that.
She became a mother.
He said she started out with the normal passive-aggressive guilt trips and then escalated into bricks through windows and cutting brake cables. Well, he got a restraining order after that and never wanted to see her again. When I visited her in hospital on his behalf, do you know what her story was?
What was her story?
She told me he was never adopted. He was very ungrateful and clearly, using her own words, had lost his mind. I say never get involved in family feuds, especially if they're not your family.
I don't know. Well, it's... Were you feeling stressed? I think that's... He asked if I was frustrated earlier as, like, a no response, but I don't know, maybe this is related to that. This could be about the grief counseling, too, but we're not supposed to be doing that.
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
How do I relax? Relax with food, maybe alcohol also relaxes me. What else? Oh. Oh, at least I put videos.
Interesting. But I don't know anything about that.
Oh, that was it, I don't know. Gotcha. Relax the music. That's what I said!
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Look, I get it, but I hate how freaking forced it is all the time. I think I've mentioned this before about how what was the exact quote I used? George R.R. Martin doesn't write black characters for Game of Thrones because he's not black. And, like, that makes sense. He doesn't understand their culture. He's not black. Black people don't appear in fantasy because white nerd guys like fantasy. Right? Similarly so, men make video games, men play video games, therefore women don't appear in video games, and when they do, they're usually bad, damsel in distress. Oh, I love you because I'm a woman, and, sex me. If the woman goes through a traumatic thing, it's probably rape, because that's all men can think of. Stuff like that. So I'm not saying that I necessarily want more female protagonists, I just want women to write them and make them good and not forced. Obviously, the best one is Lara Croft, because at the beginning, she wasn't even really a character, right? She was a chick with guns, and that's what the game was about. And then in Tomb Raider Reboot, guess what happens in the first game? Rape, guys. It's sad, really. I understand there needs to be more of them, but not in the way that we're currently going about it, where we're making them female just to appeal to women. Because that just makes a bad character, and nobody wants that. Sure. I like music.
I bet you like dance music.
I do.
I don't know why.
Not necessarily electronica, but I like groovy music, I guess you could say. Anything with a nice rhythm. That's what I listen for. I mentioned before, maybe not in this playthrough, but I don't really care for rap music. And my brother's all over it. That's because he listens to the lyrics, and when he hears, like, edgy teenager garage rock, he thinks that it's all hollow or pointless, same stuff over and over, and he's right. But I'm listening for the musical part of all of it. And I think rock riffs are dope. Whereas with the rap music, you hear the snare drum, and it's usually like the same exact snare drum. Especially if you're not listening to it and you just hear like it coming out of someone's headphones. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but with snares. I don't know how to make a snare sound. It's like a, I don't know, it's a hiss. Anyways, eat sometimes. I wouldn't say that's really a healthy habit, but like, you know, I like to have a nice bar of chocolate before bed. Pretty dope.
I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst.
I'd say play sports, but I'd be lying. What if I put exercise? Going on a walk isn't the worst thing in the world.
You're getting closer all the time, but you're still not.
I spell exercise. I relax with X or C-I-S-E. I basically did spell it right.
Sorry, I.
Okay, well. Alright, I think that's all I have to say to Jaya. Did I say I drink? Sometimes. Drinking's pretty expensive. I do it like once a month, maybe.
The bottle can be comforting.
What if I say I relax with friends?
I could tell you, but then I'd have.
Right, that's all I've got for her. This is Scarlet with 2 T's. Probably the woman Dr. Dekker was dating. Hello?
Scarlet. I haven't been in since he died.
Right.
Since Dr. Dekker died.
Hold on. Just one thing. All of the referrals are from law firms? How do I spell that?
No, sorry.
Yeah. How many ways can there be to spell firm?
Interesting. But
Damn. Guys, looking a lot of stuff up. Not in a walkthrough sense, but feels unprofessional. It's firm with an I, so yeah. He just doesn't have an answer. Alright, back to Scarlet. Why haven't you come in?
No.
Woman? Oh no, Dekker, what were you doing Valentine's Day? Right. Tell me about the guy.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
What did he dream about?
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
How do I know what his dreams look like? That's a great question. Creatures from his dreams. Decker's dreams change at the end. Wow. There are a lot of questions.
I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
No, I have not. And what if she killed him? Anybody consider that? Nah, it can't be her because she's only introduced now. That'd be like bullshit or something, bro. Dreamwalker, okay, well. How do you dreamwalk? That's sure. Basically what I want to know.
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
Oh boy, don't tell me about the jump. Sure.
It's something I think in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Okay, guys, so is it fair that I'm less invested in the non-core patients. Not that, I'm not invested, as I said, but, these people always seem to go on much longer, sentence things. It makes it hard to, like, keep all of the questions you have together in your mind, and a lot of them are pretty straightforward, like, they resolve themselves just from here, even. So, like, I feel like I don't even want to type when I'm doing these. I just want to take it in, because, like, they don't want me to game it. See, no greens are popping up. All of these have stars. Orange stars, I mean. You know what I'm saying. If this was a cutscene, it would have the same effect. This is like fake gameplay at this part. Because they're not withholding any information from me. I'm gonna get it all eventually. That's how they've been so far, anyways. Scarlet's actually kind of related to the case. But I still feel like she's gonna be like a one-day thing. Kind of like Jasmine was. Anyways, I'm just asking if it's okay for me to just do this right now. Who have you taught? Yeah.
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
Hold on. Did you teach Dekker? No. Yeah, another thing I didn't necessarily like about this kind of thing is that he said that one thing, 3 questions came out of it, and all of them probably lead off in their own directions, and I feel like eventually it's weird to ask one of these again, because it's like irrelevant at that point in time. I kind of want to get these 2 out of the way.
Fluid. Soft. Intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Fluid creatures? Like ink? Like these? The Rorschach test? I don't know what I said I saw here before, but now I kind of see like a face. Like Venom or something. There's the spooky eyes, and there's like a nose. It could be a mouth. That would look silly. It could also be like a bat plane. I think I maybe saw like a demon head right here before. But now I see the whole picture as a face as well. There's a man with a robe. I don't know. Can't endure. You know, now I'm looking at this one again. I kind of see like 2 baby twins, maybe. Gemini. I don't know what's up with their clown noses, but other than that, they look mostly like fetuses, right?
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally, and it was winning.
Right, they did say creature came out of him. Mind parasite. Said he was a mind flayer, right? I believe those are made by like dropping a worm down someone's throat and it like eats their brain and they become octopus head people. You know, like Cthulhu. I don't think he's necessarily a mind flayer, but something like that.
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
Right. Relationships.
It's
Hear about.
difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
Oh, you like what you see.
I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
It sounds like they had some control over their dream, right? And they put on the show, but maybe they intentionally dreamed of something fun and then it went wrong. I'm not really sure how it works. Why do other people's dreams affect your relationships? Good question. Dream. I guess if you appear in someone's dream and you didn't enter it yourself, it might show what they really think about you, which could be disturbing in some cases. But, you know, it's usually symbolic. Sure, we've all did the nasty thing with someone that we don't actually want to do the nasty things with in a dream.
When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
I don't know, it's your choice to use it. You can tell them about it, just don't use it. Right? If you tell them that you're gonna go into their dream and you just don't, you'll probably still appear in there and, you know, it'll be between you two. You know, you can be like, charlatan. Keep it a secret, tell people about it. I feel like telling her to keep it a secret would, like, help dismiss her ability. But, I don't know. Make her not want to use it herself instead of keeping it secret, right? If she has more bad experiences, she might not want to use it anymore. It's a not good way of thinking, but it makes sense, so.
I know, right? So if I tell them, what can I do to stop pushing people away?
Use it. Be honest. Refuse to dreamwalk. Accept that they're just dreams. I guess that's the simplest solution, but just don't do it. You tell them that you can, but don't do it. You can do it in secret, maybe. Or if enough people dismiss you as being stupid, then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like people aren't gonna care, they just want to see her do the cool thing. So, I don't know. Use.
So, if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're probably gonna force her to do it anyways.
Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Double honest, that's a restraint.
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
I don't know, just pretend it's like watching a movie, you know? The actor didn't do the bad thing. I hope not, anyways. It was all written by someone else. Right, why were you dating Dekker?
He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
No, not Jaya. Back to the inkblot thing with the monsters being fluid. You can think of the Typhon from the new-ish. I think it came out in like 2016. Ray game. Didn't sell well. It's actually really good, guys. Fucking play it. Anyways, they're like a stringy, inky type thing because the most basic form is a mimic. They like turn into objects, kind of like how you're supposed to see things in ink blots. And the whole game is like actually a psych evaluation, but yeah, it even starts with ink blot tests. Anyways, maybe the fluid creatures he's seeing look something like the Typhon. Why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
Other woman?
I don't have anything to say about that.
Yeah. What's her name? Mariana? It was Mariana.
Try again.
Okay, well, got anything to say about it? What are you doing Valentine's Day? You killed them?
Valentine's Day was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E. I melted a nail to my finger. It hurt a lot and needed stitches. It's all fine now, though.
You melted a nail to your finger like an acrylic nail? Do girls glue those on? Are they not supposed to get stuck? Never. I've always been afraid of even trying to put one on, like, as a joke, because I'm it's really thick glue. Like, I feel like it's gonna pull my nail off if I try and take it off afterwards. Anyways, creme brulee, that's a fancy word, I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe some kind of dessert that's like on fire. So torch, you take like a blowtorch to light on fire or something. Probably like a cake with alcohol in it or something. That's how it lights on fire. If you don't know, when you do something like that, the alcohol is what burns, not the cake. So you're not like lighting the cake on fire. Similarly, so if you like pour gasoline on something, the gasoline's gonna burn up first, and if the object underneath it doesn't get hot enough, it's not gonna get lit on fire. Or if you maybe lit a paper cup on fire, but it was full of water, the water would cool the cup, keep the whole thing from burning. It's like energy conservation or something, even though that has more to do with motion. Says I'm not done with her, however, she doesn't have any stars. And I said it was Mariana, but Mariana told me.
Sorry.
What other woman?
Pass.
Add. I don't know. Who referred you?
Sounds familiar.
Referral.
Sorry.
Yeah, none of these have stars, so, like, I don't have any leads that's outside of this, and, like, she asked questions, but they don't have answers, so I don't know what else to say to her. I want to throw Mariana under the bus and, like, cause a three-way cat fight, but whatever. Like a Glenn. This one's like a legit side quest. It's got the Frank West hairdo. Like buzzed, but it's also kind of spiked. There's just no length to it. It could be a faux hawk, but it's not. Who the fuck are you?
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
Oh, well, sit down anyways. Tell me. How big are your shits?
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something.
Rude.
Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am.
Wait, you teleported?
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
See. That's cool. Did JSC walk in? Yeah. Yes. And it's probably right here, right? Yeah.
No? I shouldn't imagine she did. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime. She won't be there.
Wait, so you know her? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
Right, so he has been here before, because he said I don't know his case, so he knows where he is. We're good. Tell me about Dr. Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
Do you still have to use the bathroom?
Don't know. That doesn't mean anything.
Right, whatever. It sounds like the most inconvenient thing in the world now that I think about it. Because he just had to go to the bathroom. If he had to take a shit, he just fucking blew up on my couch. Or if he was going to get food and he didn't go into a restaurant, he just went in. Nah, that would suck. What if he ended up in some random person's house? Maybe he can only go to places he's been. In the game, Kingdom Come Deliverance, when you beat the game, you unlock modifiers for any future playthroughs. One of them's called like Worm or something, and it makes it so every time you go to sleep, which is how you save the game, and the main way to fix your wounds and stuff, you teleport to a random bed anywhere in the world. And that can get you in trouble. Pretty funny, actually. But it's also really inconvenient.
But I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. Then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
Yeah, well, how about you walk through a door and come back when you come back, guy?
The doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another.
Okay, what if I told you that door to your left? I think that's a door, is a shelf. I can't really tell past the HUD. What if I tell you that door to your left is to the bathroom? Would you believe me? Would that be enough to make you get to a bathroom? This is actually the lobby.
My dad died. He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
What? Tell me about your dad. I want to meet that dad.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
You didn't tell your dad you were gay. How dare you?
Yeah, maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything.
Is it bad that when he said he split with his mom, did I imagine him as like conjoined twins? It was messy. Blood everywhere.
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
What'd he say? Also, don't punch walls, it's bad.
Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it.
Just,
He did.
thought about doing that
Really
last
meant it.
time.
And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
Well, that's a little creepy. Did you forgive him, though?
I didn't get to. I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And then he died. What does he think of me?
I don't know, just say it out loud. Say, I forgive you, and I'm gay, Dad. And maybe your problem will go away. Well, he probably loved you. He said I'm sorry, right? He wanted to apologize, so...
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever.
And now if you got the keys. It means nothing, but maybe that means... No, the door's not shut forever. I think that would imply that he could go back, which is not true. No. If it's shut and it was shut forever, then it's not even a door anymore, it's a wall. Checkmate, atheist.
How? How do I go back?
I don't know, you touch the handle, bro. Travel back in time. Open a door back. Try to forgive yourself. I think that's like the nice happy ending one. This isn't forcing him to create a new power, which is bad. And this is adding rules to his current power, which we want to get rid of. I think just forgive him. Like I said, just say it out loud. Maybe his ghost will forgive you or whatever the fuck.
I think you're probably right. I've been trying to address the symptoms and not the root of the problem. You might be the best replacement doctor this place has seen. I'll book a real appointment next time, and you can help me with this. Thanks, Doctor.
There, that's good. I feel like we helped them. These other people, I keep telling them to like use their power to maybe prove that it's not real, but it's probably the bad thing to do because I'm reinforcing the behavior. Like, I've determined that Nathan's loop days are because he can't move on about his freaking girlfriend who didn't even love him anymore. So he just keeps wanting to go back. Maybe redo his whole time with her now that he knows that she never loved him. I want to not say these because maybe that won't help him. Right, I don't want to give him these other solutions, even though it doesn't give me a green mark. Because I think that'll probably be bad, just like how I didn't tell Jay I do sports because I don't do sports. Another thing I mentioned a while ago, but I have motor disabilities, so I'm pretty bad at handling sport balls and the like. Yeah, I don't know what else to ask her. There's no green marks, there's no yellow marks. I guess we're just at the end of her thing, but like, even the questions she asks don't have answers, and it really bugs me because I feel like this is all she has to say. Anyways, I guess we're good. I would hit continue, but sometimes like relevant information pops up right at the beginning of these things. And like I want to remember what that relevant information is, so I think we're probably at our end here. However, last time I really had to pee. I don't think I mentioned it, but yeah, I kind of ended it in a bit of a rush. I actually had a game to talk about, and now I actually have two. So, let's see, the first one is Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Who saw that coming? I love Metroidvanias. I played too many of them. So, it's good. Better than the first game for sure. I want to say it's more beautiful. The first game was absolutely gorgeous, but it had a very, like, one-color feel. Like, everything was kind of dark or black, and then there was, like, the blue glow around everything in the forest. There was, like, the volcano biome, which was red, obviously, but had a very consistent look, whereas this game has a lot more different biomes and dungeons. It's a fair bit longer, too. Combat was a complete afterthought in the original game. It was definitely more of a platformer, and you kind of just clicked and things would get attacked at random, which is kind of shitty. In this game, they added actual combat, which you have like a sword, you get a bow, you can buy other weapons like a warhammer or a light spear, all kinds of cool stuff. And a lot of them have platforming uses too. Even the hammer, which you can use to like do a glitch, make you jump a little higher. Those are all really cool. I don't like how they handled the control scheme though. You get to bind those abilities to your face buttons X, Y, and B, and one of them's always going to be your basic sword attack because it's fast and it works. And then another one's probably going to be some platforming ability. One of them happens to be like a grenade type attack, which you can use to launch yourself with the bash ability, which is awesome. So you basically only have one slot to yourself at any given time. It's a bit lame. You really just have to hold the L trigger and then like swap them with the stick. So it's pretty quick to swap them out on the fly, but still. It uses the Hollow Knight charm system, except you just have slots instead of like an amount that you can use. Like In Hollow Knight, the charms would take up like 1 or 2 notches. In this game, you just have slots. You put a thing in a slot, regardless of how powerful it is. No, they were mostly pretty cool. I wish there were more of them for specific weapons, because a couple of them exist, and I didn't necessarily want to use some of them. Those were cool. The boss enemy is an owl, again, which you think is weird at first, but it has a unique story, so I guess it's forgiven. Not to mention you actually get to fight it this time, so that's cool. You get to build a village as like a collectathon type thing. Satisfying. I love seeing physicality in that stuff. And the music's great too. It's mostly ambient, but it's also music, if that makes sense. It's the kind of thing that you would put on in the background at any given time. Anyways, I liked it. Very good. Not perfect. In fact, some of the chase segments were kind of bullshit. I don't know if that has anything to do with me playing on hard. But there's one of them, the sand level in particular, where I just redid it for like an hour straight, and it was so shitty because there was no room for any fuck-ups. And, right, I was being chased by a thing, so you'd think, run fast, you get more time to run away from the thing. But no, if you run fast, it artificially speeds up to be a constant threat, and sometimes it speeds up too much. That's really annoying. Also, in hard difficulty, the game's actually pretty damn hard, so that's good. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. It's good. Buy it. Its full release price is $30, so in my mind, that's like 50% off by default. So, like, I buy it full price, absolutely. It's worth the money. I think it took maybe 16 hours to beat. 16, 20, I don't know. Oh, there's also, like, time trials if you're, like, a speedrunner type guy. Those are cool. You can run against other people's. Anyways, good game. The other one is Metro Exodus, which I mentioned 2033 when I beat that, and I didn't talk much about Last Light because I was in the process of playing that. I bought the whole collection for like $50, full of DLC. It was a pretty sweet deal. So, because I did the Redux, or Redo, however you pronounce it, Last Light was basically the same as 2033, except more stealth. You fight humans a lot more, that kind of thing. It was alright. It had more guns in it. I wanted to play each game in the way it was meant, so I picked Spartan difficulty, which gives you a different watch, which they added in the original Last Light. It like tells you whether or not you can be seen, tells you the exact time you have left in your air. Good stuff. The DLC was pretty Some of it was even pointless. And I played it in Ranger Hardcore as opposed to Hard mode, which I did in the first game, so wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I actually liked it a lot in Ranger Hardcore, so it's balanced well, I feel. Nice to shoot things and have them die. And, yeah. Didn't have much to say about that. Now, for Exodus, one and Last Light were kind of about, like, the dark ones, which go away at the end of Last Light, regardless of which ending you got. So, they're, like, creatures that eat radiation, I guess. I don't want to spoil stuff about them story-wise, but just know they're completely out of the picture now. I don't know why. The game takes a pretty big detour from the books, which I didn't read, but after you beat the game, there's developer commentary you can unlock, so I listened to that. It's pretty cool. I love to see it. anyways, I expected to like maybe be building a colony on a train, which is like a cool idea, and that was the original idea for the game, but they decided that wasn't really Metro, so they made it like it's more of a small crew, and you just got to keep people alive. Crafting system's very shallow, but it works. I like that you have to clean your guns to make them work properly, or they'll jam. The first level has like a lot of upgrades to find, which is cool, but that kind of goes away as the game goes on. The second level doesn't have very many of them, and the third level is like a straightforward stealth mission if you want to get the good ending for it. Rather than a cumulative karma system, each level has its own karma thing based on what you did in it. It determines whether or not someone will live or die. And the end of the game will be determined by how many of them are alive. So you can make a few fuck-ups, and still get the good ending, but whatever. When I went back to try and get, like, achievements, I played on a lower difficulty, not Ranger Hardcore, so it's pretty easy outside of that. Then again, I did New Game Plus, which lets me keep all of my endgame equipment. I'm really just plowing through that. I don't know. I like the open world. I like the New Mutants. I think all the cultures that they came up were interesting, even if the second one is like literally Mad Max Land. However, as my brother puts it, it doesn't feel like Metro anymore because, you're obviously not in the Metro anymore. It's weird. It's still a great game though, so I don't know. Not sure how I feel about it compared to the other ones. I want to say maybe the open world didn't benefit it at all, because there are points of interest, you go to them, you do the interesting thing, and then you leave. And then, like, the rest of the world is like a loading screen, kind of like the Wind Waker. The ocean is just a big empty thing, and the islands are what's interesting, so why isn't the game just islands? Why can't you just fast travel between them? So in that sense, interesting locations are basically levels, but you have to walk to them for no reason. So, yeah, I think they made some missteps design-wise, otherwise it's still a good game. And considering I got it for like 40% off, definitely worth it at that price. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. Haven't played the DLCs yet. I think we're done. Hopefully that's all I had to say. So, take care, everyone. I'm out.